Hollywood, with its glittering lights and promises of eternal fame, has long captivated the world. But for some, the allure of early stardom comes at an unforgivable cost. Child stars, once cherished by millions, often face a much darker fate. Behind the scenes, they are thrust into a whirlwind of relentless pressures, exploitation, and manipulation, turning their childhood dreams into nightmares. Hollywood's ruthless demands have chewed up and spit out some of its brightest young talents, leaving behind cautionary tales of lost innocence. Judy Garland wasn't just born into the entertainment world, she was crafted for it. From a young age, MGM Studios took control of every aspect of her life, ensuring she was the perfect starlet. Known for her role in The Wizard of Oz, she embodied innocence on screen. But behind the scenes, she was subjected to a toxic regime. Garland was fed diet pills, stimulants, and pushed to her limits by grueling work hours. MGM treated her like a commodity, stripping away her autonomy. Every inch of her life, from what she ate to how she behaved, was controlled. In the end, it wasn't the fame that destroyed her. It was the relentless control and exploitation. As the years passed, Garland struggled with substance abuse and mental health issues, desperate to reclaim her identity. Tragically, at just 47, she died from a drug overdose. Her story stands as a grim reminder of what happens when young stars are treated as products rather than people. At just 7 years old, Jackie Coogan became a sensation after starring alongside Charlie Chaplin in The Kid. He was one of the first child actors to reach worldwide fame, but that fame came at a hefty price. Coogan earned millions by today's standards, but none of it was safe. His mother and stepfather squandered his fortune, leaving him with nothing. Hollywood had no system to protect child actors from financial exploitation, and Coogan was powerless. He sued his mother in a bitter court battle, but the damage was done. His childhood fortune was gone. Though his efforts led to the creation of the Coogan Law, designed to protect child actors' earnings, Coogan's life was marked by financial struggles and personal hardship. He never regained the fame he once had, living as a symbol of how the industry failed to protect its youngest stars. Bobby Driscoll was the golden child of Disney, lending his voice and face to Peter Pan. He had it all: fame, fortune, and a bright future. But as soon as adolescence hit, Hollywood discarded him. No longer the perfect image of childhood, Driscoll was left to fend for himself. Abandoned by the very system that had built him, Driscoll spiraled into drug addiction. Unable to find work, he turned to petty crime and struggled with substance abuse. His life fell apart, piece by piece, until he died at the age of 31, alone in an abandoned building. Hollywood, the machine that once adored him, forgot him entirely. His body was found and buried in an unmarked grave, a chilling end for the once beloved boy who flew audiences to Neverland. Carl Switzer, known to millions as Alfalfa from The Little Rascals, was one of Hollywood's most beloved child stars. But after his childhood fame waned, Switzer found himself typecast, unable to secure meaningful roles as an adult. Struggling financially, Switzer turned to petty crime. His life took a tragic turn when he was shot and killed at 31 during a dispute over money. The same industry that adored him as a child had no room for him as an adult, leaving him to fend for himself in a world that no longer cared for the rascally charm that once made him famous. Diana Sarah Carey, better known as Baby Peggy, was Hollywood's first true child star. In the 1920s, she was the face of silent films, bringing joy to millions. Yet behind the scenes, her parents controlled her every move, exploiting her fame and spending her earnings recklessly. When the silent film era ended, so did her career. Left penniless, Baby Peggy was forced into a life of poverty, working menial jobs just to survive. She lived a long life, but her childhood, spent in front of cameras, left her with nothing but memories of exploitation and lost opportunities. Scotty Beckett was another star from The Little Rascals, known for his boyish charm. But like so many child stars, Hollywood abandoned him once he outgrew his cute persona. Beckett struggled to adjust to life outside the spotlight, turning to alcohol and drugs to cope with his fading fame. He faced numerous legal troubles, including arrests for drug possession and burglary. By 38, his life came to a tragic end. Found dead in mysterious circumstances, many believe he succumbed to a drug overdose. His death serves as another reminder of Hollywood's tendency to discard its child stars when they are no longer profitable. Bobby Blake, once known as Mickey Gubitosi in Our Gang, found success as an adult actor, but his fame came at a price. After decades in the spotlight, Blake's personal demons caught up with him in a major way. In 2001, he was accused of murdering his wife, Bonnie Lee Backley. Although acquitted of the criminal charges, Blake's reputation was ruined. He was later found liable in a civil suit, and the scandal left him financially ruined and disgraced. Once a beloved child star, Blake's later years were consumed by scandal, a tragic end to a long Hollywood career. Mickey Rooney was one of the biggest stars in Hollywood history. Known for films like National Velvet and the Andy Hardy series, he enjoyed a level of fame few could imagine. But Rooney's immense success didn't shield him from the pitfalls of child stardom. Despite his long career, Rooney struggled with substance abuse, financial mismanagement, and multiple divorces. He declared bankruptcy multiple times, losing the fortune he had spent decades building. Though he worked until his death, his life was filled with personal and financial turmoil, another victim of Hollywood's relentless pressure. The stories of Hollywood's fallen child stars aren't just about broken dreams. They're about a system that chewed up young talent for profit, leaving them broken and discarded when the cameras stopped rolling. These cautionary tales reveal the dark side of fame, the exploitation, manipulation, and lack of protection for the industry's youngest stars. Their legacies aren't just their iconic films, but the haunting reminders of how fame, when mismanaged, can destroy lives.